When there's a recall on anything else, people recover very quickly and get these things back into market.
Welcome back. Parents are still struggling to find formula across the country, but the head of the FDA claims the shortage will ease within days. Let's welcome in our panel with reaction. Joining us now, prosecutor, Newsmax columnist Wendy Patrick. Also with us, trial attorney, radio host Barack Lurie, alongside podcast host of This is America with Rich Valdes. Rich Valdes. Great to see our panelists this Friday morning here. There has been some movement from lawmakers. The Senate unanimously passing a bill to expand what kinds of baby formula American families can buy with federal benefits. So that came out yesterday. But Rich, when you look at this situation, is there something more that Washington can do?
It looks like Washington is doing a little bit too much, and that's why we have this problem. This looks like an invention of Joe Biden. If you look at everything here, it was caused by Biden or somebody that works for him in the executive branch. So I really look at this as a complete failure of government and a problem that was caused by the government. People say, oh, it's better to have no formula than bad formula. I agree with that statement, but I take exception to the idea that we can't get the bad stuff out of there. When there's a recall on anything else, people recover very quickly and get these things back into market. So with this obscene length of time that's gone on, 6 months, 3 months, there's reporting that goes back quite a ways on this. To me, it looks like a massive failure, and I think the government's done too much. I don't want them to do anything else. I think we should deregulate and let people have access to what they got to buy.
All right, we're going to keep an eye on that story. Also want to pivot now to an increase in COVID cases that we are seeing across the country. We've got some local news tears for you. In New York, hospitalizations at a 3-month high, up 25% in 10 days as the fifth wave intensifies. Sacramento also seeing an uptick in cases, and in Florida as well. Rich Valdes, again, once you can fly on an airplane without a mask, it's really hard to even imagine the thought of going back to being forced to do so.
Yeah, thinking of stay at home and save a life, and to where we are today where you can fly freely with a naked face. Yeah, you know, it's one of those things where I think even the government themselves, they've realized, probably through polling, that people aren't willing to do this anymore. They're like, you know what, I'm not staying home. You save a life. I'm going on the plane. And because of that public sentiment, they've decided, you know what, we're going to have to go with the flow here. I was on a subway yesterday. Most people were masked, honestly, in New York City. But those that didn't want to be masked weren't masked. And it was really liberating to have freedom once again in New York City.
Yeah, just being able to choose what you're going to do that's going to work best for you and your immune system. Wendy Patrick, Barack Lurie, and Rich Valdes, thanks, panel. Appreciate the conversation.